Yeah, man. Mama borrowed me from her house, man. She told me she didn't want me at her house no more if I was gonna sell that stuff. And man, it hurt me to my heart, man, when she told me she didn't want me at her house no more. I know she really didn't mean it, but she was just trying to get me to stop doing what I was doing. And she thought if she told me that I couldn't come to her house no more, that I would quit doing what I was doing. But I didn't. So I just didn't go to Mama's house no more. And I know it hurt her that I chose the streets over her. But I had to get me some money, man. I was tired of walking around without no money, man. So I got down in the game, man. I'm talking about I went hard. I said, I'm gonna show Mama. I gotta show her. I gotta show her that I'm gonna be able to take care of her. That's all I wanna do. I wanna be able to take care of me and my mama. And once I got myself together, I would pay Mama rent. Every first of the month, I tell baby, I said, here, because I couldn't go to Mama's house. So I tell baby, I give baby Mama rent money. And I say, here, go over and take this to Mama and give it to her. And she always would take Mama the rent money at the first of the month. And every time baby went to the grocery store at our house, I tell her, go get Mama grocery list and get whatever she needs too. So I paid her rent and I made sure that she had food to eat. Even though she wouldn't let me come to the house, I took care of that for her. You know, because I feel like that's the thing that I should do, you know what I'm saying, as a son. Even though she didn't like what I was doing, I had to show her that type of love. You know, because I was on a mission, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't ready to stop doing what I was doing. So I put Mama to the back, but I took care of business with her. And I never forget, man, once I got my money up, I went to her. And I said, Mama, I said, I need you to hold some money. She said, hold some money? She thinking I'm talking about $200, $300, something like that. I said, nah, Mama. I said, I ain't talking about no $300, $400. She said, what kind of money you talking about? I said, Mama, I need you to hold $20,000 for me. She like, boy, you know I can't hold no $20,000. They gonna take my Social Security check. But I didn't have nobody else that I could trust like that. So my first $20,000, I tried to give to Mama to put away for me. But she couldn't put it away for me because she didn't want them to take her Social Security check. So I had to find other ways to put my money up. You know, I have money here, I have money there, because I never wanted all my money in one place. So I would have to pay people to keep my money. You know, I have a little bit at the house, but I didn't want to have too much at the house. You know, so I would pay people to keep my money and everything like that, man. And Mama, I mean, she was just messed up behind me being in them streets, you know, and she blamed herself. And I used to always tell her, Mama, it ain't your fault. You did what you were supposed to do. You raised me right. Now this right here, this on me, you know. Now I got a family and kids. Now I got to do what you did for me, for them. I might be doing it in a different way, but I still got to do it. I mean, you know, she didn't understand the way I was doing it, but she understood what I had to do for me and mine, because she knows some of the things that she had to do for me. But it still didn't make it no better, you know. And she really didn't want me to come to her house because, you know, Mama and them, they be worried about what people gonna say about them in the hood. They worried about the neighbors and all that. So she was just rather for me not to even come by the house, man. And I wouldn't go by there. I chose the streets over Mama. And I remember one thing she told me, man, and I'll never forget it. She told me one day, she said, boy, it ain't gonna be something you did to get you in trouble. She said, your friends gonna get you in trouble. And that's exactly what happened, man. That's exactly what happened. Homies got out on me. When I was going through it, I just kept thinking about what she told me. She was right. Man, I was so embarrassed when I got locked up. I wouldn't even let her come to the county jail to see me, man. I didn't want her to see me like that. I couldn't face her. My sister used to tell me, Mama want to come down here and see you. And I would tell her, don't bring Mama down here. I don't want to see Mama. I didn't want Mama to see me like that, because I know if Mama would have seen me like that, I would have broke down. And I didn't want to break down. I wanted to stay strong. I couldn't look my mama in the face, man. I couldn't look my mama in the face, man, because my mama told me. She told me what was gonna happen. And I was hard-headed. But one thing she did tell me, when it went down, she said, boy, whatever time they give you, go on down there and do that time and come on back home. She didn't know they were gonna give me 30 years. But she told me, basically, go on stand on that shit. You know what I'm saying? You did it. You know what you were doing. You know what you was in. Be a man and stand on that shit. Which I was gonna do it anyway. But she told me. You know, some dudes' mamas will be like, do what you gotta do to get out of it. Tell on everybody. Whatever you gotta do to stay out here with us, do it. But my mama didn't tell me that. My mama told me to be a man. Because that's the way she taught me. Whatever I go through, be a man. And that's how I seen her grow up. Whatever she went through, she was always a woman about it. Good and bad. She was always a woman about everything. And she raised me to always be a man about everything. And that's what I did, man. I manned up. And man, I remember when I went down to that penitentiary, man, and probably about a year in, I would call her. When I would call her, she would act like she didn't want to talk to me. She was real brief with me. So I call my sister and I'd be like, man, I call Mama. I said, man, Mama act like she don't want to talk to me. All the time, she had cancer. But she didn't want me to know. She told my sister and baby not to tell me. I knew something was wrong, but I didn't know what it was. But I wasn't really thinking about nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? I thought everything was cool, you know? Because I knew if something was wrong, I know my sister would tell me, you know, but my sister didn't tell me. So I never forget, man. I'm out on the rec yard one day. We playing a basketball game. So they called my name on the loudspeaker. I heard it, but I really didn't pay no attention, you know. I was caught up in the game, you know. So once the game was over, they called a move, I go back in the unit. So one of the dudes in the unit, he tell me, he said, old convict dude, he said, man, they called you to go to the chapel. He said, man, that ain't good. I said, what you mean? He said, man, when you get a call from the chaplain, that ain't good. He said, that means there's something wrong with somebody out there on them streets. And I still wasn't really thinking about it, you know? So the police walk up on me. He say, man, they want you at the chapel. So I'm like, all right. So I jump up, I go over to the chaplain. I'm still not really thinking about nothing. So when I get in there, the chaplain say, you need to call home. So she let me make a phone call. So I call home, and they tell me, my mama did. I'm like, what? Because I was in shock because I never knew nothing was wrong with her, man. So I talked to him, talked to the family for a minute. Then when I went back to the cell, when I went back to the unit, I got on the wall phone. So I'm talking to my sister, she breaking everything down. Man, I just dropped the phone, man, just ran to my cell, and fell out in the middle of the floor, man, crying like a baby, man. Silly, he was in there, he was just trying to talk to me. You know, I'm in the middle of the floor. I'm talking about bawling like a baby, man. I was messed up. But I remember that night when I got in the bed, in the middle of the night, I was just jumping. like a little kid, I was just jumping. In the middle of the night, man, I was messed up, man, because I didn't think I was gonna be able to do that time without her. I felt like the only way I was gonna be able to do that 30 if she was right there with me to hold my hand. I knew if she was right there with me, I could do it. But it's 2 years in the game, and now she gone. I didn't think I was gonna be able to make it without her, man. I told myself, I said, man, I can't do it without mama. And man, I walked around that penitentiary, man, for a whole year in a daze. It was like I was just in a daze, man. I couldn't believe I was in the penitentiary, and I couldn't believe that my mama was gone. It took me a year. It took me a whole year to shake back. And I had to shake back, man, because I knew she wouldn't have wanted me to be moping around like that. She wanted me to be strong. Because that's the way she taught me. That's the way she raised me to be strong, man. So it took me a year to shake up out of it. Man, I shook up out of it. Man, I used to dream about her sometime, man. What's so crazy about it? Every night that I laid down, I would hope I would see her in my dream. When I would wake up and I didn't see her in my dream, I would be disappointed. And I used to look forward to laying down at night, hoping I seen my mama in a dream. Mama, I made it. She didn't get to see me get back out here on these streets, man. But I made it, Mama.